Therefore, this meeting has been relocated from the council chambers at the Franklin Township Municipal Building to a virtual meeting format. Is being conducted utilizing virtual remote telecommunications equipment in conformance with the directives of the state of New Jersey. The relocation of this virtual meeting of the planning board was posted in the township's official newspaper, the Courier News, on the township website, and on exterior doorways of the municipal building. This notice detailed the following means of public participation in this remote meeting: a link to the virtual meeting via WebEx, and a call-in number for those without internet access. Public inspection of application materials is made available via the township website and or by appointment in the municipal building. Formal action may be taken at this virtual meeting. As a reminder to board members, please mute yourselves unless you wish to speak or provide a vote. And please withhold questions until all of the applicant's witnesses have finished presenting, at which time the chair will ask the board for comment. Instructions for public input. For those members of the public that are watching via WebEx who wish to speak, there are two options. Press the raise hand button. To use this feature, find your name on the participant list and hover over your name. A raise hand icon will appear. Click on that raise hand button, and which will place a small hand icon next to your name in the participant list, or use the chat function. Either use the default, which is everyone, or chat Mark Healy. Do not send the message to Christine Woodbury as she is unable to review messages during the meeting. For those members of the public that are listening via the call-in number who wish to speak, press *3. At the appropriate time in the meeting, the township staff will announce your name, unmute you, and you will have opportunity to provide comment. Please provide your name and address. If providing statement, the board attorney will swear you in. After speaking, please press the lower hand button to lower your hand. If calling in, press *3 a second time. All right, so with that out of the way, I guess we'll now do the Pledge of Allegiance. So we have our virtual flag, as we have. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. And I guess we...
Councilman Chase? Councilman Chase? Houck? Rafik?
Here.
Oh, Councilman Chase, I see you. He's muted. I see him. I know he's here. Cecile McIver? Here.
Was unmuted.
Jennifer Ragnar? Here. Mustafa Mansray? Brown?
Here.
Robert Thomas? Robert Thomas has to be excused. Carol Schmidt? Here. And Chairman Orsini?
Here. Okay. Sorry?
There's a quorum present.
Yeah, yes. We have a quorum. Okay, so we don't have any hearings tonight, so we only have minutes and resolutions. So first item of business is the minutes of our regular meeting from September 2nd, 2020. I'll entertain a motion for those. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for September 2nd.
Second.
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Yes.
Cecile McIver?
I don't think I was present at that meeting, was I?
16th you weren't present.
Oh, okay, then yes.
Jennifer Ragnar?
Yes.
Charles Brown?
Yes.
And Mike Orsini?
Yes.
Which one was Westwood Properties?
I'm sorry?
Which meeting was Crestwood Properties?
That's the next one, the 16th.
Oh, good.
That's the 16th.
Something to say about that.
Okay.
All right. Opportunity is coming up now. So I'll also entertain a motion for the regular meeting minutes of September 16th, 2020, pending any comments. Ted?
Well, on the Crestwood properties, I distinctly remember, because I even mentioned it to the Environmental Commission, that I asked that they leave more trees as a buffer between the two houses and at the very front of the property, and they agreed. But I couldn't find that in the minutes.
I do remember that, and I know I've taken a look at the draft resolution, which will be on for your consideration at the next meeting, and there will be language to that effect in the resolution.
Okay, that's the important place to be with.
Yep.
Can we amend the minutes to reflect that? I mean, I'd hate to have something in a resolution that wasn't reflected in the minutes.
Good point.
Yeah, we can, I don't know what paragraph it's in, but we'll reflect in the discussion of the tree removal that they agreed to investigate changes in the preservation of trees in the front of the property. Whatever language is in the resolution will be reflected in the minutes as well.
Yeah, I forget exactly which section it was.
It would have been under
flag lot.
It's the flag lot. It would be under Mr. Ford's discussion.
Yeah, I think preserving trees along the width of the flagpole is what I do believe. Unless Ted remembers it differently, but I do remember that discussion. So let me figure out.
And since I just wrote down the resolution not so long ago that what the comment was that they came in and they proposed trees in the back of the property and on the other side, on the left side when you're looking on the plan, but then they also, in response to board comment, agreed to look into revising the plan to propose more tree preservation in the proposed property line between the lots, and then also in the front of the lot along the road. They agreed to look into both of those.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, if we can get that reflected in the minutes before we vote on the resolution, that would be great.
Yeah, it would be, so I would say is, there's a very long paragraph on page 3. Here we go. It's kind of tough to say because it's one huge paragraph, but when kind of 2/3 down, he pointed out the areas on Exhibit A2 that showed areas that would remain undisturbed on the property and had a tree mitigation plan with a count of number of plantings. That would have to be replaced for your contribution. I think after that sentence that talks about A2, indicating that the applicant agreed to investigate further tree preservation, including in the area between the two lots, along the proposed lot line, and along the frontage of the site along Amwell. Is that correct?
Yes.
Along Amwell. And it'd be after that it would be right after that sentence that starts with, he pointed out the areas on Exhibit A2. That sentence would be after that sentence.
Thank you.
No, I think
Make sure.
Can we get a motion?
I will move approval of the minutes as amended.
I will second.
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Mahir Rafiq?
Yes.
Jennifer Ragnall?
Yes.
Charles Brown?
Yes.
Carol Schmidt?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we have a couple of resolutions. The first being Resolution 2020-03, advocating green roofs to help with new stormwater management plans. Mark, or you need to say anything about that?
I think Ted, that probably came from the Environmental Commission, Ted?
It did. Yes. I would say I was present at the creation. I didn't write it. Yeah, there's some language in there about possibly making green roofs mandatory under some circumstance that you probably wouldn't want to commit to, but the main point is to make applicants aware of this technique and particularly its potential to reduce stormwater runoff.
Does anybody on the board have questions about this for Ted?
Ted, is this the resolution of the Environmental Commission, correct? So this is making the planning board aware of this resolution, not asking the planning board to do their own resolution. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'd say that's true.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So there's no action on the no action on the board, but again, this is being sent from the Environmental Commission, and they're asking the planning board to take into consideration this resolution of theirs on future applications.
Right, so that we can make suggestions to the applicants, because particularly with these large warehouses, you're displacing an awful lot of making an awful lot of impervious surface, and these green roofs will be a good counter to that.
We'll have more warehouses in the future, I'm sure. So
yes.
What I would advocate for is having a sheet on the virtues of green roofs, which are mostly factually stated in the resolution, ready to give to applicants when they first make contact with the township. I know they come in for discussion long before they formally apply. If you don't get the idea in their head before they draw up formal plans, they will say, well, we have our plans.
Well, that's a good idea. The applicant could be asked to give it to his architect.
yeah, that's certainly something we can do. I mean, part of when staff meets with applicants, part of what we do is letting them know kind of what's important to the board, what's important to the township. So, part of that discussion, we can certainly say, hey, you're proposing a large structure, a large warehouse. The Environmental Commission has this resolution. If there's some links that you would want staff to direct them to teach them about green roofs, we could share that with them. I'd say to the members that are on the Environmental Commission, if you have some links that you want to give me, that I can direct applicants to. I'd be glad to send that along.
Mr. Chairman, I would think it might be particularly attractive, say, if you were building on Eldon Street and had very little room to deal with stormwater, and putting a green roof on top of the building would help with your runoff without taking any ground area.
Yeah, somebody had a question?
It was me, Mike, Jim Clarkin. I was just going to say to the board that where we have a situation where an applicant is requesting a variance for impervious coverage or building coverage, that we have as a tool the suggestion that they employ the green roof technique.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. I would agree. It's unfortunate Carl is here tonight, because one question I would have is, do we have anything in the construction code that deals with this? Because, I just don't know how township staff or engineering evaluate it if it's not codified in some way, because there must be some sort of standards for this type of thing so the roof doesn't, collapse from the weight of too much soil or whatever, supports the plants on it. So I'm just kind of wondering, how are we going to know what something approvable looks like? Think about that.
Yeah.
We had a meeting about this, and what I was told was that modern buildings will support, they're engineered to support a green roof, but your older buildings, going back to like the 50s, wouldn't have that kind of support and would have to be checked by engineers first.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I would just think a little bit about, not us as a board necessarily, but, you know, how that is incorporated, or if it is incorporated into the building code, if there's standards we can adopt, much the way we do it in standards for zones and other things, you know, not the planning board standards, but construction code standards, because, you know, you kind of want to know what approvable looks like. And so if we ask somebody to do that and they're seriously considering it, just to make sure that, and, you know, Ted, maybe this is something that the Environmental Commission can be tasked to work with the township is, you know, much like Cecile was saying here, you know, what does approvable look like? So, I mean, I kind of want to get that somewhat defined before considering anything.
I would think the CME, you know, serving as the township engineer, could probably draw up specifications. They must have somebody who knows how to do it, and it would be enforced by construction code. But all of this is really backed up. We hope Carl will write something about this into the new, the updated stormwater management regulations as a technique.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think for now it's fine. You know, it's just for awareness. We don't have to vote on it. It sounds like we're all in favor of it, and we would try to make that a reality in situations where that's possible. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. That's fine for now. Just a few things for food for thought. All right. Let's move on to the other resolution, and I'm on LLC PLN 20-00005. And I guess I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve that.
Second the motion.
Yes. Okay. Cecile McIver?
Yes.
Jennifer Ragnow?
Yes.
Charles Brown?
Yes.
Carol Schmidt?
Yes.
And Chairman Orsini?
Yes. Okay, so we'll go to any discussion items, Mark?
No.
Okay. Just a quick question from me, Mark. Is the circulation element, transportation element subcommittee all squared away? We have what we need?
Yeah, Christine and I were just talking. Yeah, we did. I forget the first was Charles Brown, obviously, and Ted, I believe, right? And then Mahir, I believe, volunteered. So I think that those are the three, I believe. I recall correctly.
Yeah, and I said I would step away for Mahir, and also, you know, I think Bob Thomas would be a good person to have if you reach out to him. I mean, that could be 4, and I think, can we have 4? Yeah.
We can have 4, yeah.
Yeah, and so I think that would be kind of a great team there. So, yeah, see if that, but if not, then those 3 are fantastic.
Okay, so
and Bob's heard a lot of conversations at the county, so he'd be good to tap in.
Yep, I'll ask him if he's interested.
Okay.
Just so you guys are aware, we do have a minor subdivision coming up. So then I would ask Charles Brown, Ted Chase, and Mahir if you guys would sign on a little bit earlier
Christine,
to talk about the...
That's not that. No, that's not. There's a different committee.
Should not minor subdivision.
Charles, Ted, Mahir are doing the circulation element of the master plan. So what Christine's saying is that next meeting, is it the next meeting? We have a minor subdivision. So we're going to reconvene the minor subdivision committee.
Okay.
Well, we'll let you know ahead of time. It doesn't meet that often, so we don't remember who's on it, but we convened a few months ago, so whoever that is, we'll email you and ask you to chime in, come in maybe about 7:15 to do this.
Yeah, I think I'm on that, so, yeah, no problem.
We'll figure it out.
So we'll just open up to public comments. So this section of the meeting is for any member of the public who wishes to comment on a planning issue that's not otherwise represented by hearings. Since we don't have any hearings tonight, the floor is pretty much open, so I will make a motion to open to the public.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll tell you that the attendees are our attorney, a planning board member, and a member of our IT department. So unless he wishes to speak, shaking his head vigorously, no. We have no public.
As long as we're all the speaking is done.
Well, I'll
Okay,
make a
great.
motion to close to the public at this time.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, meeting is closed to the public. Mark, anything else?
Nope.
Okay, next meeting coming up in 2 weeks, correct?
Yes, the next meeting coming up is December 2nd. Not in 2 weeks.
Oh, you know what?
December 2nd.
Oh, no,
Number 2nd.
in January. All right. Oh, so then I'll say it then. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Stay safe. Enjoy with who you can, or whom you trust, and it'll be a little bit different this year, but I hope everybody enjoys it to the extent they can, and take some downtime and stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Everybody.
Bye now.